Tonight's 70 Stories for 70 Years takes us back to February the 1st, 2003. The Space Shuttle Columbia broke apart over East Texas as it returned to Earth.
KTBS 3's TW Star takes us back to that day with a look at how we covered the story.
We have booster ignition and liftoff of Space Shuttle Columbia with a multitude of national and international space research experiments.
That's how it began on January 16th, 2003. 16 days later, tragedy. Former KTBS 3 News anchor reporter Charles Hadlock picks up the story from there.
On February 1st, as the orbiter raced across the Texas sky for a Florida landing with the astronauts so close to home, Columbia disintegrated. Pieces of Columbia showered East Texas and parts of Louisiana.
This black object fell between us. I thought it was a dead bird. It just came down right in front of me from the sky.
A piece of metal just about that big fell down from the sky in front of me, and I didn't know what in the world was going on.
I almost stepped on what I thought was a piece of trash, and when I looked down even closer, I noticed it was a patch. It was a flight mission patch. It had all the crew members' names. It had the insignia of the flight itself. I had to fight back the tears. It was sad. It's something that's still kind of tough to deal with.
The search was on all across East Texas and parts of Louisiana.
More than 80,000 pieces were brought to Barksdale Air Force Base and then taken to the Kennedy Space Center. Engineers estimate that roughly 40% of the 165,000-pound shuttle has been recovered.
Former KTBS 3 News anchor reporter Ed Walsh brought you the story of a local family with a very special connection to Columbia.
I couldn't believe it. I still don't believe it.
Their son Jim is a NASA astronaut with 5 shuttle missions under his spacesuit, 3 of them on board Columbia. His parents have been at the Kennedy Space Center for every one of his liftoffs and landings.
Touchdown.
His parents say the concern is always there, but they don't let that overshadow the importance of their son's job.
He knows, that it's very dangerous, but he's an explorer. He's a pioneer.
Ed also brought you the story of a local woman who made the official T-shirts for the shuttle mission.
Okay, here we go.
Pat Evans is an artist with ink. She prints T-shirts.
It is finished. Every time I print a shirt, I think that whoever wears this memento shirt, I hope that they will always remember the 7 crew members.
What Pat Evans does isn't exact science. The colors and the logo have to be just right.
I just hope that they, wear it with a lot of pride and know what the astronauts have done for us.
But right now, the only thing coming off the press is Pat Evans' lasting tribute to the Columbia crew.
That's just a taste of how we covered the Columbia Space Shuttle disaster back in 2003. For KTBS 3 News and 70 Stories for 70 Years, I'm TW Star.